There it is. Live.
Are we live here?
Yep. Wait for some people.
Just two humans just looking at something. Like, what is this?
YouTube live. That's new for us.
One person's
There
on.
we go.
There we are.
How you doing? Get a couple in here, then we'll
Yep.
get it rolling.
Guys, start putting stuff in comments. Say hi. Ask questions. Anything. So we know you're here.
Arron is putting a new Platinum Series string on the V3 today.
ABB Platinum
Yep.
string.
But
New Matthews V3.
ask any questions today. ABB, tree stands, turkey, whatever.
Stories, anything.
Yep.
Tactics.
You guys check out the new website. If you haven't, you should do it after this.
Yeah. Wait for this to.
Wait for this to end and then go to IAMHUMANIMAL.com. America's Best Bowstrings. We are here.
Bryant, you are on there.
The experts in the house today. So if you do have any technical questions, they are your guys.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, so basically what we're doing, we're going to see guys popping in here. Cody and Chris are back here. Casey's coming. Keegan's here. And we're going to be putting this new string on, this Platinum. There's Chris.
What's up, everybody?
It's lunchtime, so we are eating hot and sweaties.
Little Za. What's going on? AB's about to show us his magic.
Not too much magic, but
What to go with here?
The ABB strings. What's going on, everybody?
Like a green gunmetal.
yeah.
Sharp.
Casey's go-to.
This is my go-to as well. This is my go-to for Platinum Series. ABB.
Speckled green gunmetal.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Because I have that same OD, the Matthews and OD, and this looks incredible on there.
That's going to be our HUMANIMAL license model.
Yeah.
Right, Brian?
We got a couple people in here, so something I do want to start off with is ABB's Platinum Series does have a 2-year warranty, which is huge.
Best in the biz.
It is, definitely. And it's the 2-year warranty is on peep rotation, creep, and serving separation. So if anything like that goes weird and goes wrong, send it back. They'll send you a new set. Another cool thing I really like is, though, it's 2 to 3 day ship time. So basically, if you order, let's say you order a string on Monday, you're getting it Wednesday,
Thursday.
maybe even Thursday. I mean, they're really
Probably
quick.
Wednesday.
We always talk about how we feel like they have a guy in a van, just a mobile
Two-man
string
crew.
builder that's just like, all right, go, build.
One guy drives, the other guy sits in the back and makes your string.
And they're unbelievable quality. Like I said, I've built quite a few bows and dealt with a lot of different string companies. And, I mean, hands down, second to none right here, ABB. So I'm going to start busting these out. I've got a little process I like to do. You know, one thing with strings is they come pre-stretched and pre-twisted. So there's a certain amount of twist in a string to make sure the timing's good. So you don't want to go in there and just start unraveling everything. You want to make sure you can be careful with it and just try to keep those twists that came from the factory in there, so it's easier to time the bow. And we'll get into that as well here at the end. I'm going to throw a D-loop on it eventually and then put it in the drawboard, see where the timing's at. And honestly, I build all of our bows and then even friends' bows. With all the ABB stuff, honestly, I think the most amount of twist I've ever put in a cable to get one to time right is one twist, one full rotation. That is it. So that's saying something, I think. So
Yeah. You did my Vertex 2 years ago.
yes, he has a Matthews verdict.
No twists, and it was pre-Garmin, but I had a spot hog on it, and I gained 16 yards on my sight tape.
Yeah. So explain a little bit more about that. Why I get this out.
Yeah, I mean, it was a set of strings, the factory strings, and the new Platinums put on, and I had my 20, 30, 40 set, and from where my 30 was, after I put the ABB strings on, it was a 16-yard difference. So I was it was that much faster, gaining that much more distance from my 20 to 30 and all the other gaps. So that was pretty crazy. That made me believe when I saw it on the site tape, because nothing else got moved. It was the same thing. So
he's not the only guy I've heard that from either. I mean, there's guys that we built bows for and put strings on that do the same thing. Keegan's was the most. I think it was 16 yards that I've heard of, but a lot of them are 10 yards,
7
yards, like right in that. But that's nice to be able to, not have to. I mean, you might be able to get another pin out of.
Yeah, for sure,
like
another pin.
Tips.
The downfall was resetting in, but that's kind of the least of your worries. I'll take the speed every day. So what are you doing here?
So right now I am so these strings I'll show you, they come with paper clips on the ends, so the twists stay in there. So in the package, and when you take them out, they're not untwisting. So what I like to do is, so ABB's ends are served on this side, while on the Matthews versions, and Bryant, I know you're listening to me, you can pipe in here too. On these sides, there's a certain amount of strands that you want to make sure you have in here. So I like to keep the paper clips on these sides that's not served, so I don't have like 7 strands in one side and then 18 strands or whatever it is. I can't remember. 24 strands. So
you maintain center.
Yeah, so you want to maintain center the whole time, because then that little bit it could throw you off and you're like scratching your head forever. The bow's in time, it's not, and you're going through all this stuff. It literally could be a difference there. And honestly, think about it. I mean, the strength of the string too would go down as well, because you're basically strong right arm and not with your left.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's gonna be equal.
Yeah. So right now I'm just laying everything out. I like to lay everything out just kind of OCD, and just so I know where everything's at. There's nothing like with these Matthews, you have to take the axle post out, and you have to take the cams completely off to get these in here. So I don't like to take one out and then you got something in your mouth and you're like, oh, where's that string at? Like, I just like to have everything laid out perfectly and be able to grab it. Anybody got any questions in there for bows or even like setups or getting ready for turkey hunting and anything?
Good day, Chris. We'll get Chris back in here in a little bit.
Sorry, I don't know. Also, something I like to do as well is, so I got these laid out here. I like to take my phone, and before I take any bow apart, I like to take pictures, each side of the cams, the roller guard, everything, just for something to reference back. You never want to get into a situation where it's like, you're going to put the new stuff on, you have nothing to reference to it, and you can just flip to your phone if you forget something or something's not right. Before I put anything in the drawboard, back in the drawboard, I want to make sure all the cables are on all the posts that they need to be on. They're on good. The last thing you want to do is a bow to blow up, or a cable come off, or a string come off the rails, something. I do not want that. So what do we got here?
Reference. You do reference marks too once in a while, right?
I do do reference marks. I will take a Sharpie and put marks on the strings and cables on certain areas where I know that I got a hit with the new string, so I know it's exactly how my setup was. Yep. All right.
Yep, that green, speckled green gunmetal was sharp.
It is very sharp.
What can I do to help?
Stand there and look pretty. So right now I'm pressing the bow, get the tension off here. I don't like to press the bow a lot, so once it's in the press, I try to do as much as possible before I let it back down and then I have to press it again. Obviously, I'll have to press it one more time to put the peep in. I don't really like to put the peep in until last. But yeah, so right now what I'm going to do is grab my Allen wrenches, which right here, no yellow ones. It's so unprofessional. They're right here. Just. Well, you gotta have those to work on a bow. Just add them.
Check the pockets.
Positive.
The yellow.
Oh, over there.
Sure.
Found
Cody with the eagle eye.
him. Oh, looking for turkeys this morning. He's got the vision now.
Zoned in.
What I'm gonna do is right now I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna take this post out to get this. Actually, I'm gonna take string off. I already did take pictures of this just so you guys do know. So you can.
We also took this off too, correct?
Yeah, so you can kind of explain what I did there.
Yeah. So just to save time, Aaron took off the silent connect system to be able to press it.
Yeah, so the silent connect system on the Matthews, obviously the bowsprit right now, but yeah, so this goes right in the limb pocket here for your bow rope and everything. With the vise that I have, when I put it in there to get all my timing and everything, or not my timing, sorry, level, make sure the strings, the bow's level, and I'm putting in my D loop and everything. These get in the way of the vise that I have, so I have to take one out. It just makes it easier. So I did take that out. These screws are really small, so make sure you don't lose them in the drain that's right underneath me.
Put some over that now.
Good placement.
You're in a perfect spot.
Just in case. Put a little rub over that. Nice magnetic little dish there.
Yep. So right here, you guys are ever wondering what an axle post, Matthew's axle post looks like? That's what I call it, is that. And then you got just a washer and a screw. So you gotta take that out.
Can you leave your...
I leave that in there for right now just so...
Nothing moves.
Exactly. I don't want anything to move. I don't want the cam to go down and then, get marred up or anything. So take this out here. Just have it close. This pulls out. And honestly, why I'm jacking things around, I'll put this back in. Just to hold it in place so that I can work with this stuff here. Any questions coming through there? Don't see any.
Nope. And then at this point, you're just disassembling the old string. And
Yep. Just disassembling it.
that go wherever.
Yeah, so right now, with this cable guard here, I gotta disassemble this side so that I can pull everything through, because these little plastic pieces,
Bryant, when is Ohio turkey season start for you guys? Or anybody that's watching? When's your turkey opener? The 17th here. Did not see many turkeys this morning.
Anybody chasing any birds yet in the southern states?
Are you archery this year for your gobbler, or what are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not doing archery this year.
No.
No.
The old shotgun.
Shotgunner, Winchester.
Shotgunner. Ooh, we got a couple here. April 24th for Ohio. And Longbow Dan says I just donate my money every year. Well, that's good, Dan. What state do you donate it to? Birds have been like ghosts so far. Yeah. We thought maybe they hadn't migrated yet. This morning, that was our theory. Still coming up from the south.
Yeah, don't know what the deal is.
Or they're henned up, Aaron said.
I feel like they're henned up right now. That turkey rut is really coming on strong.
Early turkey rut this year. Michigan, I'm right down the street from you guys. Oh, no kidding. That's awesome. Longbow Dan, shooting the longbow, the traditional route. Do you have ABB strings on your longbow, Dan?
Yeah, they do offer string for your longbow or recurve, crossbows.
And they're sharp. So many color options.
So many. Brian, how many color options do you guys have? Can you put that in there, please?
Yes.
Or even talk about your string builder too. I mean, we can a little bit. I know you're typing, so your fingers are on fire right now, probably. So what I did here is this plastic piece. Anybody that's never worked on a Matthews, get it in here. So this will go around your cam, and then this is cable.
Threader through right there.
Yep, so this can be the tricky part.
Aaron's being very sure not to lose those twists. I'm noticing that.
Doesn't mean I didn't already lose one though. Been known to lose one or two. Takes a little finesse to get the axle back in here. Goes. Okay. We got that. Anything else coming through?
Longbow Dan, I helped design the new one.
Longbow Dan, I really like that name.
Dan is a member of our pro staff. Great guy. 59 color options available with endless possible twist options. It
59?
really is crazy. Yeah, color options. You do anything you want. I did a red, white, and blue. Thought that was pretty slick.
Very patriotic.
Very patriotic.
I'm more of a speckled guy, which this is a speckled that Casey has right here as well. It's not like your traditional twist, right, Brian? Like it's normally a twist. I wish I had a twist too, but it'd be like a two color. But like this green has black speckle or gunmetal speckle in it, so it's not just like a solid color. It kind of breaks it up a little bit more.
Yeah. Thought about going Batman colors here eventually.
Batman.
Yeah. You know, go superhero. You can do anything you want. Go your favorite college team.
Yeah.
Professional team. Maybe I'll go green and gold. Go Pack.
Weak. Sorry, you guys are probably getting bored right now watching me do this. What else we got? Let's get some stuff drumming up here. 59 color combinations.
Endless possibilities. I'm sure there's a math formula there. You know, like you learned in like high school. 59, 2 or 3 options, which would equal probably over a couple thousand possibilities.
You're the math guy.
I do math through Excel, so.
What would be, let me think here. Longbow Dan. Dan is the one that was from
Michigan.
our area?
Yep, right down the street.
Dan, you said you're going with a longbow this year?
He can hear you. A couple other, well, he's writing you back. We got red, white, and blue is a very popular option right now from ABB.
Ooh, that's a question. Brian, what is your most sold color?
Most sold color or color combination. James Raynard, what's up? AB and Keegan, what's up, dude?
How you doing? Thanks for jumping on.
He just got a new bow. So, new Matthews.
Put it?
James.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Question for America's Best. Do different color strands have different thicknesses or are they all the same?
Good question.
Digging the OD green. I custom ordered a 27 with black riser and real tree limbs. Ooh, that's awesome. This is why Arron does this for most of us, is because he has the patience to do so. Flow green is our most popular color option as of 2020 and very hot so far. That's like a highlighter, isn't it?
Flow green, really?
Yeah.
I would have never
I
guessed
think
that.
that's what that is like a highlighter green.
Never.
Never guessed.
Brian, what is your favorite color? Now, don't say scarlet and gray for Buckeyes.
Yeah, please don't.
Red and silver.
Longbow Dan, this is actually ABB response. Yes, different colors do have some different thickness levels due to dye and the fiber. And he says scarlet and gray. So thank you guys for tuning in. Cody, yeah, Cody over here.
Yeah, Cody, come
Get
right
in,
in.
Just what did
Just
you go
peeking
for,
over here.
color combinations?
I went Packard green and yellow.
Did you?
I did, yeah. I went Packard green and yellow, and then I went black and yellow.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah, sure. I say Packard green and yellow, but my school colors were also green and yellow.
That's right.
So
And it was in Green Bay.
it wasn't, yeah. So and it was in Green Bay, so they played together first.
No shade in that.
No, but I got this green with the green and yellow.
I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yeah.
If it looks nice, and might have to do that.
Cody's the only oddball in the group. He's a lefty. So he requires left-handed tree stands. Yes, I said that.
It's a real thing.
And left-handed bowstrings.
Yeah.
Left-handed tree stands. Cody brought that to a meeting and really tried selling us on it, which I don't know.
It's not the stand, it's the way you set it. They set all of their stands so it's perfect for a righty. All the shooting lanes are over here. Nothing here. So for me as a lefty, all my shooting lanes are opposite. So that
We,
was,
of course, get all the flack. You should see the texts that come through in the fall when Cody's in Ohio.
them also being like 65 feet in the air.
Yes.
With-
having to jump from.
And Cody doesn't like heights.
with a gap, a 6-foot gap between the top of the ladder and the actual stand. Makes me extremely happy.
See, Lee hangs the majority of them, and he gets to the top of the steps, and I think Bear hugs the tree and shuffles up it like 1 or 2 times. So.
Literally. And you and Casey just climbed the tree.
Yeah,
You guys can use it.
you'll get those with bigger jobs.
So we got, I really like woodland cedar right now, as well as black cherry. Ooh, nice. James says, what's up, Cody? Longo Dan says, you're wrong-handed. That's awesome.
I mean, I'm not going to tell that.
You're wrong.
Say strong, Cody. Lefties are better archers anyway.
Perfect.
There are no statistics to prove that.
Archers or killers? There's a difference, right?
Growing up, my dad, if I had a bad game in sports or whatever, he'd always tell me I sucked basically because I was wrong-handed. So that
That is great motivation.
yeah. Like, well, no, you suck. You're wrong-handed.
If anybody knew Chuck Keefer, you know Chuck is very blunt.
Doesn't mince words.
So right now, get back to the string here.
Oh.
Look at this.
Hey guys, we got a cameo here.
There.
Cameo. Sure.
Friendly neighborhood repairman showing up. Did you read the manual on how to do this?
No, this is all just a stab here. We're
Customer service on the line.
yeah, we're not going to.
What do you got here? What's happening over here?
Well, sure. Hey, guys. Yeah.
We're just talking about how Cody, and we've even got some people in the comments telling Cody that he is wrong-handed because he's a lefty.
Yeah. Do you know how much havoc that wreaked on trying to set up your bow?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Literally, I'm like, that should not have done that. Why did it do that? Well,
Tuning.
yeah, when I was tuning it. Yeah, I'm like, that did completely the opposite.
Couldn't figure it out.
For
Like an hour and a half.
yeah, literally, and I'm like, oh wait, you're left-handed. Why are you stupid like that? Everything's backwards.
Because it's wrong. Yeah, it's wrong.
Is that my bow?
You know, I think so.
Ooh.
She might. What else do we have here?
Hey, very trusting.
We can always change it after customer service leaves here. One of my favorite things about ABB is these sweet speed knocks. And it's a little blown out here, but they say ABB on them. And you can get these in different colors as well. Bryant, take it from here. How many colors can you get on that?
A lot. I have the color ring in the basement shop, and it's like this thing. There's like 100 colors. Personally, I'm a jungle spec green with a gunmetal. That's my go-to. Jungle spec with gunmetal.
That's what this is, right?
Yep.
It's a second that's sharp.
Yep. It's got to be your bowl.
We were just talking about colors and our favorite colors. So you just said yours.
Longbow Dana's a lefty too, so
Longbow.
Yeah, there you go.
stay strong.
There's two of you out there? That's ridiculous.
James, it's the bearded brother Casey. What's up? What's up?
Obviously, you just left.
He'll be back.
That's what you get around here. It's a cameo. I told you, it's just a cameo.
Pop in. And wish you a happy birthday too. Send you a video.
Beard like a Brillo pad.
Two people saying what's up in the chat.
As you
Sneak over here and say hi to everybody. What's up, everybody? Oh, here we are.
Here, what step are you on?
Not real good with these computerized devices.
Right now I am on
Here's all the comments over here.
right now I'm just putting the string.
Bearded
in, making
brother,
sure
James.
everything's in place.
How's it going?
That's Casey.
AB, is Brian on here?
Yes, he's ABB.
I see that. Oh, thanks, Tips. God, you think I'm that stupid? Blue, brown, green, gray, orange, purple, red, white, yellow, black. So many colors. Can you guys actually? Sorry, I'm completely blocking out what you're doing over there, AB.
Yeah, this is it. You just brought her down.
No, not all the way.
This is
Just
where
checking.
this is where
So
it
right now,
this is where it shoots out of the press and hits the wall. I had that happen. I swear to God. Guy shot my press 30 feet across the room. It was a pinch. I was in a pinch. It was a bad move to take it there.
So just kind of let you guys know where I'm at right now. I've got everything on. The bow is still pressed. I put a little tension on here. I just like to, me personally, I don't like to like uncrank the bow completely right away. I just kind of like do it in stages and sit here. We can talk a little bit, but I like the string just to kind of form around. Especially on these Matthews, you have these two cables that are yokes. I don't know if this even be a yoke system. So you got these two posts basically that you want to make sure they stay in the grooves and they don't come out. So it's just good to train those, obviously, because when they're in the package, they're just not balled up, but they're packaged neatly. But and then a couple posts on the back side of the cams that you want to make sure there is arrows on a lot of cams, especially these ones that tells you like what way the string or the cable has to go down in it. So,
Yeah.
You approve, Case, so far?
well, we haven't put it in the ground yet.
Yeah. Oh, I trust AD. I'm just joking. I trust him.
I think we lost a twist on this cable here. Yeah, I think so.
Did you measure it out?
I did not. Always measure axle to axle. Any more questions coming through? Keegan, you're my question guy.
Sorry.
Digging the OD green. Is that the one you read? Yeah, Real Tree Limbs from James.
Always the old YouTuber. Normally we're a Facebook Live, but yeah, trying something new. Let's see.
What arrows are you guys running through the V3 this year?
What's your arrow setup this year?
I'm axle, 26 and 3/4.
Okay, so it might be a touch tight.
Arrow setup. So I am running. I'm running FMJs. I haven't decided out of this bow yet because I haven't started shooting this, but I always run FMJs. Depending on what the bow wants to do, I run the injections, which is the micro diameter, or I'll run the 5mm, which injections are 4mm, I think. And then the next arrow up to 5mm, then they do a 6. Code, aren't yours 6mm?
Yeah. Yes.
I think yours is a 6mm. So yeah, I've long been an FMJ guy. I like those arrows. They hit like a freight train. I'm a big energy over speed guy. I'd rather hit them with a bowling ball than a wiffle ball. That's kind of how I always compare it. But I don't think you can beat that setup personally. So then it all comes down to each bow. I'll shoot a couple different arrows out of each bow and see which one it likes, and then just listen to what the bow tells you more than anything.
Do you know what your grain per inch is? Like your total mass weight of your arrow?
God.
Put you on the spot there.
Oh, yeah, let me, I probably have it written.
I'm running this year. For the last 5 years, I've been running Bloodsport evidence arrows. Really enjoy those arrows. I love the blood ring, love the design of them. Gonna run the same ones. As of right now, I'm running the same ones this year. I am beefing up my front end, getting my FOC up a little higher. My arrow at the end of the day will be 555 grains.
Which is up from what last year?
I went up just over 100 grains from last year. My biggest issue was I was putting 2 holes in some deer, but I wasn't getting the dig it out of the ground. You know, I wasn't getting a lot of pass throughs. I want pass throughs. I know the FOC is a big trend right now, and I just jumped right on the bandwagon. But I like tinkering with stuff like that, so I got to a point where I think it's gonna stay. See,
I want to say last year's setup, I was running like all said and done like 488.
488.
Yeah, I was right there somewhere, 485, 488. Those arrows that I was shooting, I want to say were 9.1 just bare shaft, or like 9.1 GPI.
And anywhere around, honestly, 500 grains to me is pretty. Oh, it's a stout arrow.
You're hammered.
Yeah, and you can just play with it from there. I shoot a 65-pound bow, so I'm not really big in weight.
All right. James says, I jumped on the bandwagon this year and I'm shooting 21% FOC out of a 641 grain arrow.
Jesus.
Wow.
That is literally a Lincoln log.
V327 swinging them at 251 FPS. Whew. Yeah, 251. How heavy was that arrow? 641? Yowzer.
Quiet.
Yeah. 641.
So right here, going back to the string, these bows have timing marks on them. These ones are a little off, like Casey said. You can measure it now, but it was pressed. Yeah, so it's probably, this timing is a touch off, so we'll have to put a twist in one of the cables. We'll put it on the draw board. I got to put a D-loop on it.
I'm gonna put my tape.
Yeah, it'll probably, I didn't know how much you had it pressed. Oh, you're so much smarter than you look.
Where do you
27
do
on the
that?
button.
Do you go bolt to bolt?
Yeah, I go center axle, like, yeah, because your axle's right here, right? So I go center of one axle, literally like try to go dead center, and then dead center of the other one, and look at that, she falls right.
27-inch axle, and that's what he's got on the tape.
Yeah, that's right there.
I was gonna tell you you're still pinched in the device.
If I'm being honest, it's 26 and 15/16. If I'm being honest, just so everybody knows, which for me is not good enough. So fix it.
Tomato. All right.
I came in and all the hard work's done. I like that.
So basically what I'm going to do now is to put it in the draw board, you obviously need a D-loop. So I'm just going to throw a D-loop on here, put it in the draw board, and then we can find out timing from there. I do know it's off just a touch right now just by looking at the marks, but yeah, it's going to be off. Just a Just a scooch. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of rough sound table. What else we got here?
My 3D setup is a 402 grain arrow at 319 feet per second at 79.1 pounds with the 27.
He's 79 pounds. He's pulling.
Yeah.
Challenge for Lee. Challenge VDB. What kind of chrono? Who asked that, James?
Yes.
James, what kind of chrono are you running that through? If you don't mind telling us.
Putting you on the spot, James.
On the spot. This is a new thing. I might just have AB set up all my boats from now on. Like, you're the YouTube expert. Here's
Overseeing.
You guys just talk to YouTube and I'll just do all the work. Yeah.
You're the YouTube expert. Have at it.
This is very rough. Anybody
The ATA is 27 and 132-ish on mine. Okay, I thought that was going to be the chrono question. He's probably getting it.
Have to pay for this?
Yep.
Well, Aaron's doing this, would be a great time to just hard plug the website.
Hard plug. I'll go right into a
Yeah.
hard plug. I don't know if anybody's heard, but we launched the brand new website finally. It is www, which stands for World Wide Web,
If nobody knew that.
IAMHUMANIMAL.com. So you take the word human and animal and jam them together. IAMHUMANIMAL.com. And we're excited. We had a ton of ups and downs trying to get this thing built over the course of the last, really, 18 months, basically.
Pandemic.
Yeah, never mind the
Flood.
never mind the flood and the pandemic that happened and all the other crazy stuff. But it's finally here. It's finally live. We're super excited for that. It is basically the best way to think of IAMHUMANIMAL.com is it is story central for us. It is a place where we can go and we can tell stories in as in-depth as we want to possibly tell them. You know, when we're making shows and episodes for TV, it's one thing because we only get to make 22 minutes and 30 seconds really worth of content, because by the time you factor in commercials and everything else that the network inserts, you know, we're stuck with a lot of stuff hitting the cutting room floor. Not so with IAMHUMANIMAL.com. So all different kinds of stories are going to be real-time live content coming from the field nonstop. Everything from in-depth episodes to snackable little videos, the written word articles, gear blogs, podcasts. I mean, we've got it all. It literally is Story Central. And then we've got a part coming that we're going to be launching soon. We're working on building it in the back end still, but Humanimal U, right?
One of my favorite.
Excited.
Yeah, Humanimal U is going to be awesome. So Humanimal U for us is going to be in-depth learning on demand and at your pace. So we're not talking just simple, you know, tips and tactics here on YouTube. We're talking literally in-depth learning. So from the authorities and whatever it is that we're talking about. You know, we like to think we know a lot about a lot over here, but there's a lot of things we don't know. We're going to reach out, we're going to find the people to do, and we're going to bring you in-depth stories and in-depth education classes. So
Yeah, it's not necessarily going to be from us, only in things that we're comfortable with. You know what I mean? Like if we're talking, you know, basket weaving, we're not going to do that. We're going to get the best basket weaver out there.
I did major in underwater basket weaving in college. I don't know. Underwater basket weaving, which is a whole different level. It's like, it's like welding and underwater.
It's got to be like underwater.
It's got a short lifespan, like the, you know, usually people in underwater basket weaving don't last too long.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, sorry. So that's my heart plug. There you go, Keegan. IAMHUMANIMAL.com. Go check it out.
That was great.
Back to what you're doing here.
Yep. So right now I'm checking timing. Got the D-loop on. Always have a safe trigger or safe rope on there just in case that D-loop does come out. So basically right now I'm going to draw this back and see where my timing marks are here. And I remember going to cut that off.
Look at those in.
Okay, so the bottom is hitting before, so the bottom is hitting before the top. So what I'm gonna do,
Is that on right here?
yeah, the bottom is on right now, so we're off a little bit. Yeah, it's a little off time. So I'm gonna take this one that's hitting first, and I'm going to put twist in here.
Saw a question here too. Where'd it go? What is each of your favorite aspects of running ABB Platinum series?
Just the fact that it's made shooting fun again for me. I think that's one of the things that I like most about running ABB. I mean, these strings talking about, stretch and just how much of a pain it used to be as things change over time on your bow and you're breaking new strings in. I'm not a hero anymore. I'm done with the days of drawing 70 pounds. Like I'm shooting a 65-pound bow. But, you get out in the yard and you start talking 2, 3, 4 dozen arrows at a time. I mean, it took the fun out of it for me. You got the quality, all the quality and the technology is there, but really it's just brought back. I can go shoot because I know my string is pre-stretched. Everything, once I put that string on the bow, she's there. Like I'm not going to go through all those changes, which lead to frustrations, which leads to lack of confidence in my equipment. So for me, it's kind of a snowball effect, but I would say the biggest thing about shooting a high-end string like the Platinum from ABB is the fun. It put the fun back in shooting because all the guesswork is gone. So hopefully that answers the question.
Aaron,
Question was,
what's your favorite part about shooting Platinums?
honestly, I'm gonna be a little different. I agree with Casey, like just you're getting the best quality. Now, like I said, like I'm a little different. Casey works on a lot of bows too, so we get to see these strings up close and personal when they're not in a bow. Just like here's bow, look at it. To me, a long time, string was a string. Actually diving into like the intricacies of what makes a string the way it is in cables, the quality's there for sure, and the dependability. That is my favorite thing, the dependability. And the other cool thing is just like being able to customize it whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
make it your own.
Yeah, these heat shrink can be a different color. I used to be like a flow orange guy. I got away from that, and now I'm more of like a tan, green, gunmetal like this. Like obviously drab colors as I look like today.
Your serving color,
yeah,
mix and match everything.
Yeah, that's right. You're serving. Casey's got a clear serving on here, so you can kind of see. It might be hard to see, but Casey's got a clear serving. I like a black serving really. It really breaks up. So you can see right here. This is it's clear. But
the other thing that I'll say about just running a string, and I try to equate this to people like if you look at the gun world, right, and the rifle world, a lot of times your rifle has great capability, but it's only as capable as the scope you put on it,
Right.
and the shooter behind it, right? So, I've always said your scope should probably cost twice as much as the actual gun itself costs. And I look at the string and the cable setup for a bow much in the exact same way as your bow is going to be very capable. I mean, 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, your bow is capable of doing what you want it to, but it takes a high quality string and cable setup to get it there. So, and if you've ever run into an iffy or a bad string and cable setup, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to have the kind of confidence you should have in your equipment, especially when we talk about spending our hard-earned dollars or taking vacation days to go hunt. Like, you want to know that what you have in your hand is going to perform and do the job. So running a high-end string and cable setup is going to help you do that.
Well, a lot of guys too, like you said, only get like a rutcation, if you can call it, like
right
6-7 days that they're going to hunt. If you go take Iowa, for instance, you spend so much money on all these years of points and tag, and you go and you only get it every 4 years, and you're in Iowa, maybe in the middle of nowhere, and like, what do you do with and if you don't have the capabilities of having a press and not how to do it, so.
Yeah, if you're willing to sacrifice a potential once every 4-year hunt for a couple $100 string and cable setup, like, you need to rethink your priorities.
With a 2-year warranty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if that tells you the confidence they have in their own stuff, yeah, we got a 2-year warranty back in this stuff, right? So, what else we got?
Lovely question so far.
With ABB measurements and quality control has been money, and especially working at a bow shop, I see all sorts of strings, and ABB is always the least hassle. Twists are spot on and lengths are correct. Bingo.
Really cool.
Just double checking everything, looking at my marks, how they feel. Work a lot better than they were. Might be just a.
Throw her up and find out.
Anybody out there gonna shoot turkeys with a bow this year? Turkeys were meant to be shot in the face with a shotgun. But
Yeah. I wasn't gonna go there, but you did.
just a half turn,
Yeah, it's gonna be a halfer.
just a half, but we're there.
We're there, man.
We're there. We're there, man.
Is that a hot and ready I see sitting over there?
There's 300 of these.
How do we get Little Caesars on board? That's what we need to work on.
Anybody have a connection at Little Caesars? ABB says the team at ABB is sure going to try to get some spring birds with the bows.
There you go. I think Team ABB might be coming to hunt with us. Is that true? Is that the word I heard around the playground?
There's been whispers of that, I think. The other thing I will say about ABB is if you order from ABB, you will have your string in 11 minutes. It is unbelievable, Brian, how quickly you guys make, ship, and get strings. Like, it blows my mind. Like, I'll talk with Cody and it's like, yeah, I gotta put a string on the bow. And an hour later, Cody's like, your string's here. How does that happen? It's so fast. It's incredible. Customer service is awesome.
It's like ordering pizza.
It is. It literally is. It's like DoorDash for bowstring.
Hey, there's a concept right there. Maybe we don't say anything about that. I think we're there.
We're there, man.
We are there.
That's all I think of. We're there, man. Swole was a June bug a while back.
We're there.
We are on.
Nice.
Not long. All right. Now, obviously, we don't have a rest or anything right now, but obviously the next step would be putting the rest on, getting the center shot all set up. I will remove this D-loop and obviously get all that set up again. But just to get the timing down, we are good. What else do you guys have? Is the new questions coming in down here or up here?
Bottom.
Bottom. Yeah.
Thanks, Casey. We have dedicated staff who know how to make strings with processes that make it easy, fast, and effective. You're darn right. I'm glad I'm not the only one who has to have the bow absolutely perfect in everything.
Well, I mean, it is. You gotta have it.
It's all confidence.
Yeah.
If I know that one little thing isn't perfect, I have no confidence whatsoever.
I went as far as back. The reason why I got into building and working on bows is because I'd take them to shops, you come back, and I wouldn't even like how the peep was tied in. Like, it was just, I would rip it apart, and I'm like, you know what, I just got to try this myself. And then here I am 4 years later doing it myself. And, you know, there's a lot of upfront costs with the press and all the tools and everything, but once you do it, it's like, I'm not trying to take business away from shops either, but
It's fun.
It is fun.
You can control and you can tweak and you can toy and
Yes.
you can mess
Yep.
with and you can really
Yeah.
hone in. That's the best part.
And if it's perfect, everything on your bow and your shot's not, who else is it on then?
Oh, yeah.
It's on you.
Oh,
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
There's so many times where I'm on the range slinging arrows and I'm like, that's me 100%. I am terrible. Like, this is not the bow. I know the bow's doing what the bow's supposed to do. I, however, am an absolute dumpster fire sometimes. And that happens. And, you know, every bow's different. It doesn't help that we switch. I like having my equipment. Like, once I find a piece of equipment that I believe in, I'm confident in, if I rode that piece until the cows came home, I'd be happy.
Yep.
But we're always switching. I mean, I think I've shot four bows in the last 2 years. You know, so
Yeah.
it makes it tough. You know, and every bow, just like anything else, they all have their little nuances.
Mhm. I've shot the verdicts for 2 years, and I was gonna, because I have a BXR, but I'm like, my verdicts is a lot of sentimental value now to me, and but it fits me so well. But I did just recently bust out the BXR and got some new strings on it, new Platinum series, and just getting that ready going, and I'm excited for that as well. But yeah, I agree, changing stuff all the time.
Does that sentimental value come from a deer called the Great Ambino? That's a 186-inch dink that you shot now.
It does.
If you haven't seen that, head on over to IAMHUMANIMAL.com and check out the story of the Great Ambino.
We have to keep the lights on, so.
It's pretty classic, and we just set the world on fire. So that's all I'll say. You can go over and check that out.
I just got a phone call, actually. He is done mounted, so I
Is
get to
he?
go pick him up.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Don't have a wall to put him on since I don't have a house right now, but
Did you give me a replica?
yeah,
At least.
I priced them out. Holy mother of Mary.
It's more expensive.
Replicas are aggressive.
Yeah, steep. Well, I didn't mean to hijack your setup here. I got hung up at the old
No.
Secretary of State's office, so I'm a little late to the game, but I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, we're good. There was something else we were going to say. We were talking about, I can't remember what it was now. Anybody else have any questions though? I mean, or anything? Could talk about stand setups, turkey hunting, 10 days for us, 9 days.
We're closing in quickly. Cody and I watched 6 longbeards this morning. 4 of them came our way. They came from 200 yards.
Yeah.
And what? They crossed, literally open field, wide open field, 200 yards. They turned, they came right at us. They crossed a back paved country road, 8 feet in front of me.
Wow.
So that's what it was. I go, watch this. I hit the horn. I'm like, oh, dumbass.
Ground blinds, what are you guys using? Longbow Dave. Dan, sorry. Not Dave, Dan. Longbow Dan. What ground blind? It's hard. I mean, there's a lot of good ground blinds out there, but I actually have a double bowl that I've had for a long time. You can't beat them because we filmed for so long, and the window setup is just, you got that long window. We don't usually typically use ground blinds unless we're hunting with a bow for turkeys, but
So Chad, down in Iowa, owns Midwest Antler Company. We've been hunting with Chad forever. Chad makes hay bale blinds, and he makes like the best hay bale blind by far.
you can get an insulated version, or you
Yeah.
can get an insulated versions. Oh yeah, the insulated.
Oh, yeah, fully insulated.
Wow.
Oh, they're phenomenal.
Yeah,
They're so awesome. He makes them. He custom makes them all, and he sells a lot of them. I mean,
Wow.
they're phenomenal hay bale blinds.
they are nice.
So we use those. But mostly, I mean, if I'm blind, I mean, I'm in an elevated Banks life. It's hard to argue with Banks life.
Banksy Lou. You can even get Bankses now for ice fishing. You make ice fishing rigs that have holes, pre-built holes in the floor.
I need a tall one for the stick bow. Banks would work for that.
Oh man, Banks are pretty tough. You can stand up in them.
You can definitely stand
You
up.
can stand up no problem without having to like.
You could definitely shoot out of one if you were in there by yourself.
Especially the Vision series, because the Vision series has the corner, big, long windows
Yep.
in the corner. You could definitely do that, I think, out of the Vision series.
Yeah, if you're in there by yourself, you can definitely do that.
There's also this nice shelf in the front that you can set an iPhone on when
Super Bowl,
When
or
Steelers
not
are-
Super Bowl, but
when the Steelers are playing, and you can set it right there.
watch.
Many of times, Case and I've been in Kansas on Sundays when football is going on. Why am I thinking of the Super Bowl? That we watch football all the time. Not gonna lie to you, heater life. And let's be honest here. I mean, we are diehards, but when you've been grinding for weeks on end in the fall, it's just nice to be able to just get the heat.
So I think the Super Bowl's on your mind because Keegan, you're a Green Bay. So has your team won Super Bowls?
Yeah.
Green Bay? Yeah.
Here we go.
Last one that we won.
Here we go.
So he's gonna hit you.
2010 against the Steelers,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that's all right. We got lots of those. So how about, maybe that's why you're thinking of it. How's those lines?
Hey, we got Motor City Dan Campbell. We got a new coach this year, new quarterback.
Same as every other
Guys,
year.
yeah,
Jared Goff's gonna do it for you.
Yeah. Hey, at least I'm not a Browns. At least, I mean, the Browns, yeah, they made the playoffs this year, but
You guys should dig old, what's that guy, the Leaf, is it Gary?
Ryan Leaf.
Ryan Leaf, yeah. Big old Ryan Leaf out of the woodwork. Preseason champs, 1950.
they're good.
Straight by it.
We did go 0-16 one year.
Didn't they go 4-0 preseason and 0-16?
They do every
I
year.
think that was.
4-0 in the preseason every year.
Did you see the man that had the jersey and the last name was Ofer and the number was 60?
Oh,
He literally was 04, like OFOR, 04, and the number was 60. And he just rocked it. He was like in the stands. He's like, yeah.
own it.
Not getting any better. Oh,
17 games this year, so you guys can improve.
yeah. Came through it. Go 0-17.
All right, so enough of football talk. What else we got? Let's get this.
Rabbit holes, hijack.
Yeah,
Hijack.
I think we're good.
I think
If you guys have any questions about this, let us know real quick before we sign off here. Appreciate you guys coming on and asking a whole bunch of questions. Brian, did we miss anything? Do you got anything over there you want to say?
I think ABB has some new apparel coming out, maybe.
I believe they do. I don't know
If you're
that.
interested in
You might have just thrown them right under the bus.
Yeah.
If I did, I'm sorry.
Right now, Brian's going, oh, dude, we got to design.
Pre-orders are coming in right now. We got
What?
design fast.
Yeah. I think we might have some apparel stuff coming out.
At IAMHUMANIMAL.com here soon.
Cody might have a future.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Cody might have a future.
New hats, shirts, hoodies coming. One thing I did want to say is this time right now, we're in April, right before turkey season. For me, is a good time to get your bow back out. It's warm, get out, shoot it, figure out, what's going on after being in the case for so many months, but get a new string. I mean, one of the big questions we get is like, why do I need to get a new string every year or every so often? But my thing is like I told you before, it was strings to me were strings, but year in and year out, I've got new strings even before we were with ABB, just because it's just that mindset. Like I know we're good. Like, you know what I mean? They have some wear on them. They go through a fall and get wear and tear on them, but I don't know. I think you get a new string every year, personally.
It's a critical piece of equipment.
Yeah, if you don't have a string, you're not driving the car. It's like, let's look at the tires.
Let's be honest, it's a critical piece of equipment. That little grip handle down there doesn't mean nearly as much as that string means, So, and all the parts and pieces you put on a bow are only going to do what the string's capable of doing, and that's just remove the limitations. And do that year over year if you can. If you got to let it go 2-3 years, do that. I mean, I'm not saying you absolutely have to buy one every year, but man, it sure does make it nice.
It does. A couple come through here. If anyone has further questions, please check out their local authorized ABB dealer or call them. Numbers right there. James, what states you guys hunting / trying to hunt this year?
So this year we've got,
Ryan also did say, hang on, Case, get the string orders in now to avoid the summer rush. Yes, new apparel is getting added soon. So basically everybody at ABB right now, because of Keegan, is in a tizzy because they weren't going to launch until fall. Now it's got to be end of April.
wow, April. Woo, made that quick.
Sorry, Brian.
Yeah, you made that quick.
James, though, you did say, what states are you guys hunting in or trying to hunt this year?
So I I think will be Colorado for sure. Still trying to figure out dropped right now. Just because if you've seen the hunt side of things lately, it's a nightmare with everything that got canceled and moved around from 2020 into 2021 and then 2021 to 2022. I mean, most guys are out till like 2023 right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's tough, but Alaska's usually a 2 to 3 year planning process anyway, so we're still trying to wade through all that. But we got Colorado for sure. We got Ohio for sure. We got Illinois for sure. I should draw the coveted 4-year Iowa tag.
Yep. So if he draws that, him and I will be in Iowa.
And then we got this little new thing going on in Illinois. So yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. We've got something pretty big coming from Illinois.
Not really. It's kind of like Michigan with corn. It's kind of like northern Michigan.
Mhm.
It's very similar.
We picked the worst county in Iowa or Illinois to hunt.
That's pretty small sheds.
Yeah, we found really nothing.
We do have a shed video from that on our YouTube or our IAMHUMANIMAL.com. Go look at that.
Sure.
There is a possibility that I draw a coveted Michigan bear tag this year for September. I have 13 points. That means I've waited 13 years for it. For the zone I'm trying to go in, it's kind of hard to draw it, but might be a possibility this year.
And then who knows what else we throw into the mix randomly. Kansas.
Yeah.
I didn't even mention Kansas.
Kansas,
Still
yep.
Kansas. If I make it there, I highly doubt I'll even be able to make it there. But
We got pretty big plans for Illinois this year. Yeah. Is that it, everybody?
yeah, give her a wrap. I didn't mean to hijack the deal here, but
Oh, you're good. So ABB, they got apparel coming on the website soon.
thanks, Steve.
Yeah. Thank you guys, I guess, for everything. When do we get to see the elk hunt, Casey? ABB says.
It's on
Go
my
to
website.
tip for you. Go to IAMHUMANIMAL.com. Click on the origin story of the 6'8" Western.
Yeah.
It's there. The video is there. The story is there.
It's all there. The
All of it.
podcast might even be around there. Somewhere.
Written word, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff around that hunt. That was a pretty special hunt, to be honest with you. A grueling hunt.
Yeah, it was cool. Chris's Muley's on there. Yeah, Chris's Muley's on there.
Yeah, Chris actually shot a mule deer in velvet in November or October?
November.
November. So that's on there as well. Yeah. Our website's not just like a normal website, by the way. It's constant content, things to consume all the time. Like it's a place we want you to go and have an experience, go there, spend some time, a lot of written stuff, a lot of, good video content, and it's going to be updated frequently. So
Story Central.
Story Central for sure. Cool. I think we're going to end this. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah. Thank you, ABB and Bryant, all the guys, Jerry, Tim. Thank you, everybody over there. Cool. We're going to sign off.
Bye-bye, YouTube land.
Well, I was going to sign off. This is the weird, awkward